Hello everyone, welcome to another Star Wars Destiny video. This time we're going to look at the spoiler article that FFG put up looking at the yellow hero characters from the Spirit of Rebellion cycle. So we go down, we get a big spread here, and we can see the Bowcaster, Maz Kanata, and then a few other bits and pieces. So as we see, we've already gone through Jyn Erso, but we'll have a quick look again. She is 15 or 20 points, comes with 11 health, has 2 damage sides on her dice, both showing 2 range damage. She has 2 discard sides, I want to say. You can tell it's been a while. One's for 1, one's for 2, and 1 resource and 1 blank. And then the cost of the first yellow event you play each round is decreased by 1. It's a nice enough ability. Obviously you need to be building around that to get value out of it, but a decent enough character, definitely going to have play, and a lot of the yellow events are pretty interesting, so definitely worthwhile looking at. I think I'd probably be trying to squeeze in the 15-point version rather than need 2 dice, but it's definitely a respectable die facing, so there's scope to go elite and then maybe a Padme in there as well, but we'll see. Then we have Maz Kanata, the Pirate Queen. I'll not bring up her special picture because you can just about see if I move my elbow after scratching my head. So she is not quite there for the damage, but she has 1 range damage, she has 2 faces showing a single focus, 1 shield and 1 resource and a blank. She does, however, only cost 8 points or 11 points for that elite version. With only 8 health, she's definitely fragile but definitely cheap. 11 points for an elite character is pretty good. After you activate this character, you may resolve up to 2 of your dice, so she's quick, she can get in there and generate the shields or resources or those focuses as she needs, so definitely useful and quick, but it's going to revolve around how you build the deck, how much value you can get out of this ability, but definitely interesting, and I'd really like the balance on this card. Then we have Maz's Castle as a location, and claim is draw 2 cards, place any number of cards from your hand onto the bottom of your deck in any order. So a really nice anti-mill stuff, and obviously cycles your deck quicker, so really good location there. Then we go on to heavy hitters. I'm going to jump ahead because I want to do Chewbacca before the Bowcaster. There we go. We have Chewbacca, loyal friend. He is 12 or 16 points for his elite version. Comes with 12 health. And then we have a ranged die for 1 damage, a ranged for 2 damage at the cost of a resource, a melee for 2 damage, a resource and a special, and then a blank. His special reads, turn an opponent's die to a side showing damage, range or melee to increase that, to deal that damage to a character. So there's lots of interesting tricks. I'm not going to go too deep into them all, but basically you can be looking at doing some fun stuff like you'd throw the opponent's dice onto a blast when you've got dodge, melee when you've got block, deal damage to them and block it later in the round, so can kind of force people's hand that way. And as it does mention in the article, his points cost does equate where you can field elite versions of him and regular versions of Han, and elite versions of Han and regular versions of him, so I like it. It's nice, it's characterful, you can run Han and Chewie and that's all anybody wants. Then we'll get into a Bowcaster, 4-point upgrade, so pretty expensive, and then we look at its die and we see why. So it has a 2 range damage, a 4 range damage for a cost of 1 resource, a 3 plus to the range damage, a disrupt of 2 and a special, and then a blank. It has redeploy, which is extremely good for a 4-point card. It has, the special is deal 1 unblockable damage each to up to 2 different characters. So special's fine, it can help push damage through against people, but this plus 3 damage to, you've got some really good facings on this die, well worth the 4 points. And yeah, I can see why Han Solo likes this thing. It's pretty damn good. Okay, let's go through. Chewie and the bowcaster is pretty nice. Shock and awe. Let's see, planned explosion. Only play if you have dice showing a combined value of 10 or more. Remove all of your dice and deal 10 damage to a character. So when you look at some of these high value cards, so obviously there's a 3 value there, there's a 4 value on the bowcaster. It isn't going to take you too long with some of these upgrades to get to that 10 value, and then it can really wreck face. Dealing 10 damage to someone in 1 hit is pretty nice. That one is an old card. Is it? Oh, no, it just looks similar. Choose one of your yellow characters, turn any number of its character and upgrade dice to sides of your choice for 3. So with Jin, obviously, you can drop that down to 2, but that's pretty good. One card lets you focus pretty much any one character's dice. Yeah, let's keep going through. Let's see what other fun stuff there is. Wonton, this one I really like. In fact, I don't need to bring this one up because it's down here. Yeah, Wonton is fun card. So you do need 2 of them to make it work, or else it is just a dead card. But it has a cost of 0. Gain 3 resources if there is another copy of this event in your discard pile. So obviously you're going to throw Wonton away to reroll some die and have it in there as a reroll card, but then once you have your second Wonton in hand, you can use it for 0 to generate 3 resources, and it's just good. It's really good fun. I like it. Diversion is a 1-point event. It is force your opponent to lose 1 resource or 3 resources instead if there is another copy of this event in your discard pile. So that one you can definitely line up again. You can do it as play 1, make them discard 1 resource, then when they generate more you can do it again, and it's just pretty interesting. I like this mechanic of having the stuff in your graveyard to steal some magic turns. Blah blah blah. What are we looking at? Fur trade, did I miss that one? Okay, so this one is a 0 cost event. Resolve one of your die showing a resource and switch all of your resources with an opponent's resources. So that's pretty fun. You can give them 1 for taking all of theirs. And then we go on to Lone Operative, which is a nice Jin Erso card. Artwork on the card, I should say. A 3-point upgrade ability. It gives you 2 melee damage, 2 discard, 1 resource with 2 specials, and it has the red blank on there with a special reading: heal 2 damage from the attached character or 3 damage instead if the attached character is your only character in play. So it can kind of mess with target priority. You put it on the character that your opponent doesn't want to focus, and then if they're not focusing them at the start, they are going to have a harder time doing it later on in the game because you can heal more. But even healing the 2 damage, if you put it on someone who's normally going to be the priority, it's going to be good. Obviously it's not guaranteed, it is requiring a special roll, so you're going to play around that. But definitely an interesting mechanic and can really mess with target priority for people. And it does go pretty well with Second Chance, as they talk about, which is obviously an Awakenings card, so I don't need to go into it too much. Yeah, so that's the cards that they've spoiled so far for the Yellow Heroes. I hope you are as excited as I am. It seems relatively good. I'm looking forward to Chewie and the Bowcaster. Jyn Erso looks really good. Maz Kanata offers a lot for her points value. It's really going to be interesting trying to build some decks with Maz Kanata. So if you've got any ideas already, let me know. Make sure you put some comments on there and we'll have a chat about that. But overall, I'm pretty happy with where this set seems to be going. There's lots of fun stuff in there, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next preview article and seeing what colours and factions. Probably hoping for a villain next so I can talk about that, but looking forward to seeing whatever they put out next anyway. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you on the next one.